Welcome to a fascinating journey through the universe, where we will explore everything from the speed of light to the mysteries of UFOs. You know that bright light you see when you turn on a flashlight? Well, that light travels really fast. In fact, nothing can travel faster than it. And the coolest thing is that this speed of light is connected to the way space and time work together. It's like a dance between light, space, and time. So when light is moving, it kind of bends the space-time around it. That's why the speed of light is so important in physics. It helps us understand how the universe works. We know that objects can move through space, but as they do, they also traverse the ever-present dimension of time. Everything works quite intuitively when things move slowly. However, it's only when an object approaches the speed of light that strange phenomena start to occur. Would you be able to see your reflection in a mirror while traveling at the speed of light? How would the universe rewrite events if you were to go back in time and try to change them? And what is the solution to the grandfather paradox? In our vast universe, the speed of light serves as a fundamental limit to how quickly anything can move or any process can occur. Even on a tiny molecular level, information is transmitted at the speed of light, but we still haven't fully measured it. So far, we only have round-trip data, which involves reflecting light off a mirror to calculate the round-trip time. Therefore, it's just an assumption that the speed of light is constant in both directions. But what if it's not? Imagine a day when an important message is sent from Earth to the first settlers on Mars. The message says, "This signal was sent at midnight. Adjust your clocks accordingly." We know that the speed of light takes 24 minutes to reach Mars and return to Earth. The Martian settlers assume that the one-way speed of light is exactly half the round-trip speed and adjust their clocks to 12 minutes past midnight upon receiving the message. Let's do the same. However, in this scenario, light traveled only at 50% of its usual speed to Mars, so it took 24 minutes to reach the red planet. Unaware of the discrepancy, the Martian colonists respond, "Clock adjusted. Message sent at 12 minutes past midnight." Meanwhile, the return signal to Earth travels instantaneously. Earth's clock now shows 24 minutes past midnight. When scientists receive the message, they presume that it took 12 minutes for the Martian signal to arrive. Thus, they think everything went well even with a 12-minute difference. You can see from this example that understanding the speed of light is crucial to unraveling the enigmatic nature of time. But what exactly is time and how do we define it? When we think of time, we imagine the changing of seasons or its practical use to agree with someone on when and where we'll meet. However, this timekeeping clock is just another representation of motion, the movement of our planet around the sun, to be precise. The problem is that moving through space and time doesn't seem to be governed by the same rules. There's a limit to how fast you can go in the 3 dimensions of space, which is 186,282 miles per second. But is there a similar limit to how fast or slow time can progress? Many of the UFO sightings that society has witnessed over the centuries have intrigued researchers. Recently, a study brought attention to the possibility that these UFOs may not be biological, but rather a form of pre-existing life evolving into more complex forms. These entities, termed plasmas, incorporate common elements in space like hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen. The study defined plasmas as electromagnetic entities with cellular characteristics and distinct behavioral patterns, affected by their electrical properties. These plasmas interact and behave individually or collectively. In the atmosphere, plasmas are attracted by electromagnetic activity and descend into storms and the lower atmosphere. They may be responsible for some of the numerous reports of UFOs, including the event known as Foo Fighters, observed by German, Japanese, and Allied pilots during World War II. This study challenges conventional assumptions about the nature and origin of life, opening new possibilities in exploring and understanding the universe. Another intriguing situation is the case of Roswell in the UK. Recently, author Mark Hoy revisited his book, Roswell of Europe, 40 Years Since Impact. This case, which occurred in December 1980 in Rendlesham Forest, England, involved the alleged crash of a spacecraft of extraterrestrial origin. The Federation of Independent Ufologists of Wales recovered about 6 pieces of debris from a wooded area. These samples were sent to laboratories in Australia and the United States for further testing. Australia identified the material as aluminum foam, while Brit Aerospace, initially thinking the debris was made of duralumin, partially agreed with this conclusion. The United States also resumed its investigations. These events continue to intrigue and challenge our understanding, and the quest for answers continues. Let's do the same. Analyzing the reports and evidence, researchers claimed that the materials recovered after a collision event in 1983 contained nearly pure lanthanum, an extremely expensive exotic metal to produce. The intriguing aspect is that these materials were not in circulation at the time, raising questions about their origin. The traces of the collision consisted of 2 different metals with unique and specific shapes, which were not known to have been developed until the late 1970s. The possibility of hybrid technology or reverse engineering arises when questioning whether these metals have a terrestrial or extraterrestrial origin. Additionally, other aspects of the materials, such as paints and adhesives, were also identified in further testing. This investigation leads us to consider whether British and American military could have tested new technologies in almost empty or even occupied parts of the UK. These events continue to intrigue and challenge our understanding. Furthermore, while crossing paths with a colleague in the Capitol tunnels, Congressman Tim Burch was warned about the importance of not making public the debate about UFOs. If the truth about UFOs were known, there is fear that there could be unrest. This situation echoes the biting comedy Don't Look Up, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence, which addresses humanity's inability to deal with scientific facts and imminent dangers, such as climate change. In summary, the quest for answers about UFOs and the importance of public debate remain complex and relevant themes for society. Attitudes are not limited to the search for scientific knowledge alone. They also harmonize with spiritual beliefs. The congressman argues that the existence of aliens and their mention in biblical texts do not contradict the Christian faith, but can enrich it. These references expand our understanding of the universe and divine creation, going beyond the confines of Earth. The lawmaker points to passages from the Bible, such as those from the book of Ezekiel, interpreted as possible encounters with extraterrestrial beings or spacecraft. He suggests that descriptions of wheels within wheels and living creatures could indicate visitors from another world. These interpretations challenge conventional readings of the scriptures and invite broader contemplation of divine creation. The quest for transparency has increased public interest in UFOs and what the government may know about them. Congressman Burch's leadership in demanding more hearings in Congress and whistleblower testimonies reflects a growing demand for transparency. These efforts seek to bridge the gap between unexplained aerial phenomena and public understanding, potentially reshaping our perception of our place in the cosmos. Furthermore, the Vatican's acknowledgement of the possibility of non-human intelligent life exemplifies a broader acceptance of these discussions within religious communities. This openness suggests a willingness to embrace the idea of extraterrestrial intelligence within the realm of faith. As Congressman Burch continues to advocate for more investigations and disclosures about UFOs, His approach underscores a crucial moment where faith, politics, and the pursuit of cosmic truths converge. His efforts exemplify a courageous willingness to question, explore, and integrate the unknown with the spiritual, charting a course for a more inclusive and expansive view of the universe and our place within it. Big hug, and until next time, goodbye. Let's do the same.